this is what we're made of. Standing our ground, here it goes down. Oh, you and me, we're gonna be legendary. Oh, wait and see, we're gonna be legendary. Ain't no time like the here and now. Yeah, we showed up, now we showing out. Oh, you and me, we're gonna be legendary. Legendary. We're gonna be legendary. Legendary. We're gonna be legendary.
I got metal running through my bones, a resurrection like a ghost. Hurricane, go ahead and blow. Where you could keep your white flag, I'll never fold. A shadow on the battlefield, a survivor never yield. A thunder, go ahead and shake. Don't run from the storm when I feel the rain. There's no rest for the wicked, no victory for the weak. And when the weeds getting thicker, you'll never see me on my knees. You can't control this, it's explosive. You can't control this, it's explosive. You can't control this, it's explosive. I got a fever in my blood, a falling embers from above. I feel the heat when the pressure blows, a wildfire that you can't control. There's no rest for the wicked, no victory for the weak. And when the weeds getting thicker, you'll never see me on my knees. You can't control this, it's explosive. You can't control this, it's explosive. You can't control this, it's explosive. With every beat of my heart, I'll be the light in the dark. You can't control this, I'm explosive. You can't control this, it's 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 explosive.
We're a racing family that you can trust on and off the track. So if you're looking for foundation repair, go online or give us a call to schedule your free inspection. If we fix your foundation and you mention Race On Texas, you will get a 1-year free subscription to the All Access Pass.
"10 years of speed, 10 years of stories." For the past 10 years, we've been more than just spectators. We've been the heartbeat of local racing, growing alongside the tracks, drivers, and fans who make it all possible. From the dusty turns to the checkered flags, we've shared every triumph and every challenge, making memories that last a lifetime. As we mark this milestone, we're not just looking back, we're revving up for the future. We are expanding, bringing you even more racing, more coverage, and more ways to connect with the adrenaline-fueled world we love. Our commitment to the local racing community is unwavering, and the next chapter promises to be our most exciting yet.
Drag race to the line.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to coverage. LSRTV, Sim Racing Points, Full Throttle Sim Racing Truck Series. And we roll on with the next round. We're at Lucas Oil Raceway of Indianapolis, and that is where tonight the drivers will battle on the short track here. Should be a fun one. Ready to see what happens here at the next round of the Season B 2024 schedule. Hello, everybody. I'm Wesley Outland. Nobody's here. Again, I'm here alone. Charles Wooten pressing buttons on production. And we're ready to roll here to see what happens at the Lucas Oil Speedway. These drivers are ready to go. This is a fun place. Obviously, it's adjacent to Lucas Oil Raceway, the drag strip where they run the U.S. Nationals. This is a beautiful facility. And obviously, as we're ready to see what these drivers can do, qualifying is about to begin. And as practice has concluded, let's take a look at the race on analysis. How about this? Look at this. No fast repair, 100% fuel capacity, 3 tire sets, okay? So that's the 2 that are in the pits and the 1 that is available at the start with the on the truck. So 3 attempts at overtime in green white checker format if needed. This will be 150 laps. However, it will be broken down into 2 stages. The first stage will go to lap 35, and then they'll race to lap number 150. Wayne Grassi on the track right now. He's qualifying. And let's take a look also at the driver there, telemetry, see what's got going on. Wayne Grassi in that Shell Pennzoil colors. Qualifying just wrapping up here, as looks like Bobby Terrell is going to go to the top of the board. Here's your Kaufman Creative weather conditions, by the way. Just after 8 o'clock, moving into 9 p.m. sim time. And it is 79 degrees, mostly cloudy conditions, wind speed at 4 miles an hour, track temp at 83, kind of similar to the air temp. This will be racing under the lights when the race begins. And again, that is your weather conditions. Bobby Terrell top of the board right now, Brody Hanna second, Joey Flanagan third, Tony Solari, TJ Bartell top 5. Brody Hanna, speak of it, right there. Sim Racing Points truck number 23. And his truck will come down to the line. We'll see where he'll end up. Brody Hanna right now second. On course, 21.755, 21.755. Bobby Terrell with a 21.666. Right now, there's Jamie Knopf. Driver there in that number 35 machine. Jamie Knopf will lock in the top 5 at 4th right now. Falls back to 5th now, 21.776, as it looks like we got a new quick qualifier. Richie Coy just went to the top of the board, 21.573, 21.573, bumping Bobby Terrell's time. Jamie Knopf now bounces back into 4th, 21.728. Craftsman Tools, number 9, Marshall Johnson now ready to qualify. We'll see what he can do. Richie Coy just went to the top of the board. Marshall Johnson watching him still on the racetrack qualify. We'll see where he ends up right now. Right now we're close to 20 trucks. It looks like he's going to try to make the race tonight. Richie Coy, 21.568, 21.568 for Richie Coy. Bobby Terrell second, Joe Flanagan third, Jamie Knopf and Brody Hanna right now, your top 5. Got a minute left to go on the clock. If anybody wants to take time, we're still waiting on 3 drivers. James Torrey, if he's going to roll out in the 6th, and also the McKinney family, Joey McKinney in 18 and Cody McKinney in 28. However, clock is expiring, under a minute remaining. So right now, Richie Coy, Fury Motorsports, number 19 Ford, is the fast time, 21.568. Will he lock up the pole? I don't think anybody else is going to try to come onto the track here now, as Torrey and those McKinney family members are the only 3 drivers were missing. 16 drivers did take time. And right now, the clock is expiring, down to mere seconds remaining here before it is over in the qualifying session. And it looks like it's even going to be Richie Coy who's going to put that Victory Fuel number 19 on the pole again. And it looks like that's the way it's going to shake them down here as the qualifying clock is expired. They're gridding. We're ready to go racing. Lucas Oil Raceway at Indianapolis. A little short track Wednesday night thunder, if you will, for iRacing on LSRTV. Charles Wooten on production. Let's go now with the starting lineup. Richie Coy's on the pole. There you see the 19. The Victory Fuel entry. Electrolyte Waters, number 19 machine. Bobby Terrell to the outside. He'll pop in just a moment. Row 1, Joe Flanagan. Jamie Knopf. They'll be on row number 2. Here you see him right there. Pepto Joe and Knopf. Brody Hanna, Kyle Malikian will be right there in the 42. Row 3. Joey Flanagan in 51. Tony Solari in the 11. Starting in 8th. Top 10 will find Robert Malikian, followed by TJ Bartell in the 20. Row 6. Dave Nestor, Marshall Johnson in 9. Row 7. Jason Anderson in the 15. Chris Custer in the 3rd, 66. Row number 8 will find Colby Meist in the 8. Wayne Grassi in the 7. Row 9, Cody McKinney, James Torrey. And starting shotgun, Joey McKinney, 19th. 19 trucks on the racetrack here tonight at Lucas Oil Raceway. So Lucas Oil Raceway, Indianapolis. Getting the track dimensions on this beautiful facility. course, 12 degrees of banking in the 4 turns. The track is 0.686 miles. Banking 12 degrees exactly. 3/8 of a mile is the size of this facility here. Get ready to get these guys in place. Two degrees of banking on the front straightaway as well as on the back straightaway, completely in unison, almost 700 feet in length on both sides. Beautiful, fun place here. Little short track racing action. As again, the big boys will be at Indianapolis Motor Speedway. I guess the powers that be decided not to run the big Indy. They wanted to run the small Indy. As you know, they normally try to mimic the NASCAR schedule. But we're ready to go. Richie Cole, Bobby Terrell, front row. We feel the roars. We're under green here at Indianapolis with a full throttle sim racing trucks at Indy. Richie Coy is the man right now at the front spot. He is the 19 machine. There you see, of course, the other drivers in the top 5. Bobby Terrell, Joe Flanagan, Brody Hanna, Jamie Knopf. Saw that 35 just a moment ago. Already working around this track pretty fast. This could be a really fast race if these guys can not have any problems. Cross your fingers, hope for that. Obviously get this stage number 2. This first stage will go all the way to lap 35. Stage points up for grabs, and then they'll come back and they'll complete, obviously, the end of the second stage. Stage number 2 will go all the way to lap number 150 to the finish of the race. Right now, Richie Coy, fast man up in front, leading the way. Bobby Terrell in that second spot. Again, Lucas Oil Raceway, 700 feet on the front straightaway. Or actually, it's going to be exact at 699 feet on both the front and the back straightaway. Front straightaway and the back straightaway exactly at 2 degrees of banking, too. Lucas Oil Raceway Park, now known as Lucas Oil's Raceway of Indianapolis. Beautiful looking facility, obviously. Nice track. 0.685 miles. I want to say that's just shy of, that's over half a mile. I know that much. Watching these drivers work their way around the racetrack. Another thing that's interesting about America's great race place, the nickname for Lucas Oil Raceway of Indianapolis, is it is a flat racing surface. It is a flat track. You heard me mention a little bit of banking. There's some banking in the corners, but not much. 2 degrees on the straightaways, maybe 7.5 degrees in the corners. That is it. So it's a very flat racing surface, if you will. And another thing you got to remember, don't get yourself confused with the Lucas Oil Raceway that is in Wheatland, Missouri as well. Remember, there's the Lucas Oil Speedway. And, of course, Indianapolis Raceway is here. Lucas Oil Raceway of Indianapolis Raceway Park. And both names kind of mimic one another. Lucas Oil Raceway, Indianapolis. And then there's Lucas Oil Speedway or Lucas Oil Raceway. That's the dirt track that is in Wheatland, Missouri. Beautiful facility. I've been there before. Knocking off laps very quickly. Right now, Richie Coy up in front. He leads the way. Of course, that number 19 machine. There you see, again, drivers in the back. This is back in 8th, 9th, and 10th. That's Tony Solari, Milliken, Flanagan, Johnson. Working their way around the racetrack here. And really flying around here too, man. Already have knocked off 15 laps when they come to the line. Next time around, already on lap number 14 of this race, Richie Coy still the leader. There you see, of course, the battle in 10th. Johnson and Flanagan battle. That's actually Joey Flanagan. Not Joe Flanagan, but Joey Flanagan. Let's go on the gyro cam, and you can literally see it. I was referring to how flat this racing surface is here at Lucas Oil Raceway of Indianapolis. Look at this. Remember, as I mentioned, this racetrack is also adjacent to the drag strip where they run the U.S. Nationals for NHRA. That's why you saw the kind of NHRA.com lineage logos on the wall there. Right about, well, he changed it up. There you go. Got some awesome static cameras, though. Clean racing so far. So we watch these guys work their way around for another lap. Yeah, kind of watching everything quietly right now. Best battle might be for about the 15th position on the racetrack. 13th, 14th, 15th. There's McKinney, Nestor, and Mice going at it there. Remember, as we mentioned, this race is 150 laps, obviously. Remember, 150 laps. Already have knocked off 20 laps, 130 to go, and there are 15 remaining here in the first stage. They got a stage of 35 laps to stage one, and then they'll race their way to the finish of the event for 150 laps. So far, everything clean around the racetrack. That's a good thing. Laps flying by, no problems. As Richie Coy, let's find the Victory Fuel, number 19. He is the man up in front. There he is. Remember, mentioning Full Throttle Sim Racing, hashtag FTSR, on your checkout at drivevictory.com and get yourself a 20% off discount from Victory Fuel. I'm sorry, 10%. I'm trying to give away. I'm trying to make the Swindells mad at me. It's only a 10% discount. Sorry. Guys, I ain't gonna lie to you. I literally just woke up maybe 30 minutes ago before we went live, or maybe even 15 minutes ago before we went live. I'm being honest. Like, I've been busy. I've been on the road all week. Last weekend, I came back. I was right back out on the road again. I was calling iRacing for LSRTV after doing basketball Monday from a hotel room, wide open yesterday. I am, you know, I'm going to be honest. I'm not at 100%, but you know, I'm at least alive. So just exhausted. Been a very long week, and I have maybe a day and a half today and tomorrow to rest, and I'm right back out on the road again. Richie Coy up in front. He leads the way in the 19 Ford. Bobby Terrell in second. Joe Flanagan, no, we do not. Joe Flanagan in the 53. You might be a part of a 24-hour race. I'm not. Brody Hanna right there to fourth, and Jamie Knopf in the 35 of the fifth spot. I might do a segment for a 24-hour race. I ain't doing the whole 24 hours. Oh, come on. We love the endurance races. Come on. Remember the endurance races we used to do? Wake up at 6 a.m., 6 a.m. your time, 7 a.m. my time. I'll have a 2-liter bottle of Pepsi or Coke, and you have coffee. And oh. Working and closing in on lap number 30, 27 on the board, but they come to the line this time by with Richie Coy up in front. He leads the way. Bobby Terrell second. Joe Flanagan, Brody Hanna. Remember when I used to do the 6-hour races, endurance races in my car? Whatever it takes, right? I mean, come on. Richie Coy, Bobby Terrell, Joe Flanagan, Brody Hanna, Jamie Knopf, top 5. Remember, those drivers will get stage points as well towards the season. Full Throttle Sim Racing FTSR League, I believe it is. FullThrottleSimRacing.net is their official website. Of course, you can find them on Facebook. This is, again, the Sim Racing Points Truck Series. Tonight is Lucas Oil Raceway. Next week, they'll be at Auto Club Speedway. Yes, Auto Club is still around, even though it's been demolition in real life. The 2-mile track still exists in the world of iRacing. Auto Club next Wednesday. Talladega coming up on the 31st to wrap up the month of July. Then we'll move into the final races of the, of course, Season B schedule, and that will include Richmond Raceway and Michigan. This league has definitely flew by fairly quickly in the B schedule. Tonight, round number 9. From, of course, Lucas Oil Raceway of Indianapolis. Coming to the line, time running out. Richie Coy still the leader. He's up in front. Comfortably up in front, might I add. Got about a 2.5-second lead over Bobby Terrell. Terrell back there. Then about 3 seconds back is Joe Flanagan. 5 seconds back, Brody Hanna. 6 seconds back, Jamie Knopf. 10 seconds back in 6th is Kyle Milliken. Then it's Bartel and Maliki, and 11, 12 seconds back with Johnson. Tony Solari exactly 12 seconds back in 10th. And the laps are winding down here at the closing moments of stage number 1. Richie Coy up in front. Final time in stage number 1, leading the way. There's the 19. To the back straightaway. Fury Motorsports Ford with a dominating performance to open up the first stage of this race here at Lucas Oil Raceway of Indianapolis. And here comes the drive. Victory Fuel 19 across the line. He will win stage number 1. Caution flag will come out. Everybody in the top 10 will get stage points. Richie Coy winning stage number 1. Got a feeling everybody will be looking to come to pit road as well. And as I say that, there you see them. Very calm, cool, collective, quiet first stage. No problems whatsoever. First caution of the race coming down for the end of the stage break. And Richie Coy, Bobby Terrell, Joe Flanagan, Brody Hanna, Jamie Knopf for your top 5. Kyle Milliken, followed by TJ Bartel, Robert Malikian, Marshall Johnson, Tony Solari, all getting stage points. We're back with more after a break from Indianapolis with the full throttle sim racing trucks. This is iRacing on LSRTV.
Drag race to the line.
We're a racing family that you can trust on and off the track. Here at Hercules Foundation Repair, we are here to help with our free in-home evaluations and personal repair plans. So if you're looking for foundation repair, go online or give us a call to schedule your free inspection.
Welcome back to Indianapolis. Says no problems at all in stage number 1. Flew by rather quickly is what I meant to say. Rather quickly, race went by, and we now move our way into stage number 2. Here's a look from IRP of the Virginia811.com race summary so far in the first stage. 1 caution, it was because of the end of the stage. 1 lead change, and that happened just right now after pits. Kyle Milliken is up in the front now. Milliken is the leader. That's brought to you by Virginia811.com. Dig with care. Back to green at Indy. This is stage 2. This will take us to the end of the race with 110 laps to go. They'll run to lap 150. Joe Flanagan under attack. Pepto Joe in trouble, and the leader falling back down. The 42. Kyle Milliken losing ground on the pack. He is free falling. Getting bypassed by Flanagan. Bobby Terrell, Brody Hanna, and yes, Richie Coy back to the lead again in 19. Understanding a 2-tire stop only. Understanding a 2-tire stop only. We got a caution on the racetrack though. Caution is out. Looks like 16 in trouble. The man in the 16th position, Joey Flanagan. He's on pit road, it looks like, and maybe the guy in the 15th spot had a problem on the track as well, and that was Joey McKinney. There he goes. Oh, no. Joey McKinney, Joey Flanagan, there you go. There's your caution. That's why we're under yellow again. Joey Flanagan and Joey McKinney, the Joey Show. Here's a look at a replay of what happened. Why we're under caution yet again. Here it is. Colby Mice right there alongside. He bypassed them, didn't they? Both. Cody Flanagan, Cody Johnson going around. That's why we're Jody McKinney, I meant to say Jody McKinney and Joey Flanagan going around. That's why we're under caution flag. Also, it looks like Wayne Grossi is on pit road as well. And if I was the driver of Kyle Milliken in the 42, I would probably come down on pit road myself and change 2 tires, because I'm understanding he only changed 2 tires at the end of the first stage and then got the lead by track position, but you saw what happened to him. I would say come down pit road. So the 42, Kyle Milliken. Will he come to pit road? Martin Sports entry, MS entry number 42. He was in the lead, but on the restart, man, he just got bypassed. Saved by the caution flag from, of course, the incidents with Joey Flanagan and Joey McKinney. And this is our first caution of the race of an on-track incident, too, by the way. So Richie Coy right now being the man up in front yet again. Fury Motorsports drivers getting into position. Field getting back into spots, 2 by 2 by 2. Ready to go back for a green flag. Very fast caution after the incident on the front stretch, and we go back underway. Green flag. So Richie Coy up in front. Bobby Terrell now to second. He's right there stride for stride with him. We got a new leader. Here comes Slightly Dangerous on the outside. Look at this. The 14. The fighter pilot methodically using his trajectory to run down the leader. Coy had a shot for the lead. Now he fell back. Here comes Pepto Joe on the bottom. Joe Flanagan for third. Nice stack up with these drivers, 2 by 2. Look on the inside. There's the 20. He's in 6. That's Bartel. Milliken to the 42. Solari and Malikian all in this mix. Johnson watches on as well in 9. Working their way again around the racetrack. Here they come back off of turn 2 to the back straightaway. 699 feet exactly on the front and the back. Into the straightaways. 2 degrees. coming off of 7.5 degrees in the corners. Right now, just kind of holding your position as we watch a couple of teammates battle alongside each other. That's, of course, Robert Milliken, or Kyle Milliken and Robert Malicki in there. And they are teammates for Elevated Esports and MS. Battling here. Right now working 95 laps to go when they come to the line. 95 to go. Under 100 remaining. There's the DoorDash machine, the number 8 machine. That's Colby Mice. Oh, Colby Mice almost shot on the line. Round there was Dave Nestor. Wayne Grossi behind him in the 7. So was Flanagan in the number 6. All this going on. Watching them. Joey McKinney up high. They had problems earlier at the start of stage number 2. Remember, this race will go all the way to lap number 150. We're in the second stage now. Boy, they're 3 wide for just a second, guys. Hold on to that. Back on the inside, it looks like Wayne Grossi's actually going to be a lap down. He's the first man to lap down because Flanagan, Torrey, and Custer out of the race. If the caution was to come out, you would see the man that's in the number 7, Wayne Grossi, get his lap back. Something happened to the 7. I guess we missed it. Right now, 1 lap down as he is battling with the driver. Jason Anderson in 15. McKinney in 18. Colby Mice in 8. Lap 75 will be the halfway point of this race. We're right now working lap number 60. Right now, look at the 16. That is Milliken. Right now in the 11th spot. Remember, we mentioned Milliken with the problems earlier. Now Malikian has moved his way up to 8th. Johnson behind him. All of this happening as they go to the front straightaway. Another lap on the board. Under 90 laps to go now, as we mentioned. 87 remaining. Good solid run right now by Richie Coy. Let's pick up the leader again. He's already picked up a 2-second lead on Joe Flanagan in 3rd, 1.7 seconds back on Bobby Terrell in 2nd. There is that number 19 Victory Fuel entry. Clearly running away with it right now. You see him, Richie Coy. And the best battle on the racetrack right now in 13th. We go back to it again. Colby Mice in the 8 DoorDash machine Toyota. Battling with McKinney. That's the 18 of Joey McKinney. This is for 13th and 12th and 13th on the racetrack. And it's about 12 seconds back behind the leader. Remember, they're turning about 21-second laps around this racetrack. The fastest lap of the race is still the fast man, Richie Coy. 21.751, 22 second laps is what they're turning. They're literally 10 seconds back to being a lap down to the leader. That's how fast of course. I was going to say, that's how fast that Mr. Richie Coy is getting around this track. Flying, if you will. There's that now. Number 9, Marshall Johnson going after the 16. Robert Malikian. This is for 8th spot. If you want to be honest, the way they say it now is Lucas Oil Indianapolis Raceway Park. That's the appropriate term of the way that they call this racetrack here. Lucas Oil Indianapolis Raceway Park. Remember, you remember Wednesday Night Thunder back in the day whenever they ran the USAC midgets on ESPN? This is where they ran at. This is where guys like Jeff Gordon got their name started on the track like this on Wednesday nights. Yeah. Richie Coy up in front. Still leading the way. Here's the 16 of Robert Malikian. Malikian now in Johnson battle. And all this transpire. Oh, you're stupid. You're just trying to get me to come unglued, aren't you? Been this fan. This, by the way, is the Full Throttle Sim Racing Series. This is the trucks. They obviously operate other leagues as well. If you'd like to know more, go to fullthrottlesimracing.net. They have the Mach 1 Performance Cup Series, obviously the trucks and special events that they also do. I think the Mach 1 Cup Series is on Monday night, I believe. Monday night. Richie Coy up in front, leading the way. Bobby Terrell, sorry, I'm not. Joe Flanagan third. Brody Hanna, Jamie Knopf, your top 5. And that's the way that stands right now as we're closing in on the halfway mark of this race in another circle, another lap around the track. We'll be halfway. Here's Richie Coy. Richie Coy, the 19th, still up in front. Still a lot of daylight here. It's not as dark as I had thought it was going to be. It's just kind of like only right near dusk, if you will. Halfway, though, in a 150-lap race, round 9 of the Full Throttle Sim Racing Trucks, presented by Sim Racing Points Truck Series. This is the 2024 B Round 9 schedule at virtual Lucas Oil Indianapolis Raceway Park. I'm Wesley Outland, Charles Wooten on production. And again, it has been all Richie Coy up in front. Halfway in this one. Bobby Terrell second, Joe Flanagan third, Brody Hanna, Jamie Knopf, your top 5. That's the way it stands right now. Tony Solari, BJ Bartell, Robert Malikian, followed by Marshall Johnson, Dave Nestor, your top 10. Kyle Milliken, Kobe Mice, Joey McKinney, Jason Anderson. That's your top 14, all on the lead lap. Wayne Grossi is 1 lap down in 15th. Joey Flanagan, 33 laps down. And James Torrey, 64 laps down. Chris Custer is 74 laps down. He exited out of the race around, I guess, lap number, lap number, I guess, 4 or 5. And Cody McKinney was a scratch when the race started. .70 laps to go when they come to the line. 70 remaining. Good show they're putting on here, by the way. Go to FTSR-Full Throttle Sim Racing on Facebook to follow all the action that they provide. Page dedicated to the Full Throttle Sim Racing League and their dedicated members, FTSR.net. And of course, again, thanks to SimRacingPoints.com for sponsoring the series. By the way, congratulations to Danny LaFleur. He picked up the win in the Pocono race for the Mach 1 Full Throttle Sim Racing Cup Series on Monday night. Danny LaFleur at the end of 250 miles. Been a good one so far. It's been a quiet race. Let's take a look now as we're at the into the second half of the event. Look at the Virginia811.com race summary, and you'll see it on lap number 82. 2 lead changes, that's been it. Followed by 2 cautions, the one at the end of the stage, and then the incident that happened with Joey McKinney and Joey Flanagan on the front straightaway. And that lasted 8 caution laps of 80, the 83 right now that are on the board with 67 laps to go. That's brought to you by Virginia811.com, reminding you to dig with care. Richie Coy has just dominated this one here at Lucas Oil, Indianapolis Raceway Park. Still got this exciting battle going on, though, with the man that was in the lead at one time of the race before the lead change, and that, of course, was Kyle Milliken. And Colby Mice right there alongside on the bottom. They have been battling back and forth for a number of laps now. There you see Mice, Milliken. Now we go back to the 20. This is for 7th, I believe. TJ Bartell. Quiet night for Bartell. And the DeWalt colors behind him. Malikian. Race flying by fairly quickly. Very excited watching what these guys have done so far with 37 minutes of sim time on the way of the race. Going by very, very fast. A quick run here, if you will. Richie Coy. There you see these drivers. Again, Bartell. Malikian right there in the 16. Patiently holding their line. Nobody getting in any trouble. As Coy in the front, Terrell second, followed by Flanagan, Hannah, Knopf. That's your top 5. That's the way it stands right now in the top 5 around the racetrack. Series will move to Auto Club Speedway, as I aforementioned, next Wednesday night. As this race has certainly flew by. Been very quiet. Had that one little hiccup around on the restart and then the caution at the end of the stage, but that has been about it. It's been a fairly quiet race, and all the while right now, Richie Coy still the leader. Look at now the 23 machine. This is Brody Hanna. Brody Hanna. Jamie Knopf behind him. Setting his sights, it looks like, on the 15 of Jason Anderson to put him a lap down if the leaders can catch him. There was a battle. It cleared up. It simmered, as they say. Looks like the 18, Joey McKinney, coming down pit road. This will be his second time pitting tonight. And here comes green flag pit stops. I got a feeling they're coming in one by one. Now Dave Nestor, these guys might be looking to try to go for the undercut of the leaders as Nestor and McKinney on pit road. They were on the lead lap, but they are pitting earlier before the leaders do. Richie Coy, Bobby Terrell, Joe Flanagan, Brody Hanna, Jamie Knopf is your top five. We are officially working lap 100 when they come to the line this time by, and it will be 50 laps to go. Last time we saw a lot of the drivers come down to the pit lane, it was on lap number 37 of the race, 37. We've already seen a couple of drivers come to pit road, Joey McKinney and Dave Nestor, but now they fell back a couple of laps down. There's 11 trucks on the lead lap now with Jason Anderson, the first truck, one lap down. Here comes now the 15 of Jason Anderson now pulling onto pit road. Under 50 laps to go, and we have a caution now. Problems for the man in the 12th position. That was the number the 13 of Dave Nestor. And Nestor goes around on the racetrack on his own. Look at Nestor around. This will draw another caution flag. It's our third one of the race. As Nestor spins on the front straightaway, this is going to send the entire cavalry down to pit road. Four tires and fuel, I got a feeling, going for everybody as they will run their way back to the home stretch of this race. There you see, of course, drivers getting tires and fuel. There is again Richie Coy speeding back on track with 46 laps to go now when they come back to the line. Richie Coy, Bobby Terrell, Brody Hanna, Joe Flanagan, Jamie Knopf, now the new top five, and 11 drivers on the lead lap at the time of the caution. Under 50 laps to go from Lucas Oil, Indianapolis Raceway Park, and we are back to finish it out next.
We're a racing family that you can trust on and off the track. Here at Hercules Foundation Repair, we are here to help with our free in-home evaluations and personal repair plans. So if you're looking for foundation repair, go online or give us a call to schedule your free inspection.
Drag race to the line.
Welcome back to Lucas Oil Indianapolis Raceway Park. We're ready to go for the restart. It will be, it looks like when they come back to green, 43 laps to go. Let's feel the roar one more time as we go to the home stretch here at Virtual Indy. Green flag. Closing in on 40 remaining. Welcome back to the big show. And of course, the Full Throttle Sim Racing Trucks is where we are. 40 laps to go when they mark off turn 4, this time by Richie Coy in the lead. He has been the Pied Piper all night long, dominating this race. And that Victory Fuel, number 19. Bobby Terrell right there behind them in the 14 has been in second, it seems. Brody Hanna in third. They just cannot catch the leader. Consistent podium finishes, but just cannot make a run to make something happen at the end of this one. Or are they saving something for the end? That's the question right now. Everyone's single file, first time in a long while that they've been right there behind one another. One behind. The conga line works their way, converter belt, if you will, off turn 4, across the line. Single file from the top of the racetrack down to the bottom. Middle of the racing groove in the corner, down the back straightaway. 700 feet there, 700 feet in the front. Right now, everybody just patiently waiting. Got that driver, Pepto Joe Flanagan, right there. And behind him, Jamie Knopf, Pilari. Roll on to another lap being completed down the back straightaway. Lap 115 of 150. 35 to go. 34 to go now at the line. Boy, time flying by. They are literally knocking down these laps very quickly. Literally under 30 laps to go. And only 50 minutes in race time. Richie Coy in the Ford 19 up in front. Bobby Terrell, Chevrolet 14 in second. Brody Hanna, Ford 23 in third. Flanagan, Chevrolet 53 in fourth. Jamie Knopf in the Toyota 35 in fifth. Then you got a Ford of Solari in sixth, and then 4 Toyotas behind them, including Bartel, Milliken, Johnson, and Mice. Milliken is back in 11th. Next week, we're in action at Auto Club Speedway. Auto Club Speedway. Then we're going to Talladega at the end of the month. That'll be fun. Talladega Super Speedway. Richmond Raceway the first weekend of August, followed by Michigan International Speedway on the 14th. Closing in on 28 laps to go. Here come the leaders off 4. Right now, of course, there's the best battle on the racetrack. Literally right now, Wayne Grossi as well as McKinney, and this along with the 13 of Nestor Anderson. This battle with lap traffic, believe it or not, is in 12th and 13th. And as I mentioned, they're a lap down. What's the best battle on the racetrack? Johnson right there in 9th in truck 9. Watching, of course, Malikian work his way around. Up to 8th. $25 laps. Under 25 to go. Race is coming to an end here. It has been all Richie Coy. If Richie Coy wins this race, man, I'm trying to look at the point standings here. It'll be his 3rd win this year. Cody McKinney came into this race with a 17-point lead over TJ Bartell. Richie Coy was 20 back to McKinney. And obviously Cody McKinney on the racetrack. We'll find him real quickly, guys. Cody McKinney not present. This might really open up the door, if you will, for the opportunity for not just Bartell, but Richie Coy to hone in on the championship hunt in the 2024 B schedule season on Cody McKinney. Bartell having a good run. Not as good as McCoy, but he is in 7th. And we will work our way off of turn number 4 this time by, and it will be 20 laps to go. Under 20 remaining. Richie Coy up in front. He is the leader. The leader of this race. What a performance, by the way, for the 19. Bobby Terrell in 2nd. Brody Hanna 3rd. Joe Flanagan, Jamie Knopf top 5. That's the way they are, single file. Back to 1. Look at Solari on the bottom. Solari inside, battles Kanoff, trying to run down Kanoff, if you will, but instead he's got a big gaggle of traffic in front of him. This could be a storm brewing right here, though we could see possibly a caution if they get a little too bunched up and antsy with one another. 16 to go at the line. This is lead lap traffic and lap trucks in the mix. That's Milliken up high. He's a lap down. Milliken, McKinney, Nestor, all a lap down. They're all in this mix right now. Looking at, of course, Bartel and Johnson and Mice all work through these lap machines as they work off the corner, down the back stretch into 3 and 4. There's the battle for second now for the bridesmaid spot with 15 to go in Indy. Hannah looking inside, outside on Terrell for second. Watching intently, Pepto Joe. Flanagan in 53. Time running out. If anybody's got anything If you got anything for Richie Coy, you better put your cards on the table right now, because he literally is running away with this one right here. Drivers working their way around the racetrack again. It is still Richie Coy up in front. He leads the way. Richie Coy, Bobby Terrell, Brody Hanna, Joe Flanagan, Jamie Kanoff. This time by off of turn 4 to the line. 10 to go here. Lucas Oil, Indianapolis Raceway Park. 10 laps to go to the home stretch. We roll at Indy. What a performance by the 19, Richie Coy. There's the battle behind them. A 3-truck to chaos for second. It is Bobby Terrell in the 14, Brody Hanna in 23, Joe Flanagan in the 53. And look at Jamie Kanoff starting to creep into the mix and making a 4-truck battle for second at the end of the race with single digits now at 9 to go. Whoa, Jason Anderson almost spun on the bottom of the apron. He's in front of this cake. These trucks working into 2 now. See Anderson pop into view down on the inside. Here come the leaders up top. Now Anderson's going to split Flanagan and Kanoff. Up high, there's the 18. Joey McKinney, clear a path. Had problems earlier in the race with Flanagan as well, Joey Flanagan. 6 laps to go, laps flying by here. Just coming up on an hour of race time, and this race is at 5 to go when the leaders come to the line. Here comes the leaders. Open hand, 5 remaining at Indy. Terrell, Hanna, Flanagan. There you see him now, Flanagan. Joe Flanagan inside, can't get to Brody Hanna. Working back into turn 3. There's Terrell in the number 14, working off 4 to the line, 4 to go. Coming up the Victory Fuel Drive Victory post-race show, as it looks like it's going to be the Victory Fuel 19 again. Richie Coy to victory lane, his third win this year, if he pulls it off. Behind him is the battle you're watching. There's the leader. He's in front. He's got about a 6-second lead over Terrell, Hanna, and Flanagan, which is right now going on the back stretch. You're watching the battle. And of course is Bobby Terrell, Brody Hanna, Joe Flanagan. There you see them all single file. Lap machine splitting, of course, cut off in fifth. Single file, 2 to go. Your leader has already crossed the line. There's the second place man. It's slightly dangerous. Terrell now pulling away from Hanna and Flanagan. And meanwhile, the 1 to go is waving. White flag is out. 1 more lap remaining for Richie Coy. CRN 1 to go. And he's already looking for the checkered flag. Look at the sheer domination of Richie Coy. He wins here tonight. 3rd win of the season. Richie Coy making a run to the championship in the B schedule. Here comes now the rest of the field crossing the line for 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. Bobby Terrell, Brody Hanna, Joe Flanagan. Great race that they were putting on there, door to door, side by side. Little lap traffic in the way at times, but when it is all said and done, there's the man that will celebrate, the Pied Piper, if you will, tonight. No doubt at Lucas Oil, Indianapolis Raceway Park, is Mr. Richie Coy. And he will now make a Polish victory lap around the racetrack. Obviously the great NASCAR champion of 1992 of the Winston Cup Series, car owner, driver, Alan Kawicki invented it. The Polish victory lap. And now we see Richie Coy having his version here tonight at the virtual iRacing Lucas Oil Indianapolis Raceway Park. Here comes Coy. Richie Coy down the front straightaway, and he is the big man winner. 3rd win this year for the driver of the number 19, and now he will gracefully turn the truck back in forward momentum on the track, stop on the Kroger sign at start finish, and prepare for post-race as Richie Coy will pick up the win. Let's take a look at the results. Coming up will be the Drive Victory post-race wrap-up show presented by Victory Fuel. Richie Coy the winner. Bobby Terrell will finish 2nd. Brody Hanna will finish 3rd. Joe Flanagan is in 4th. Jamie Knopf in the top 5. Tony Solari, TJ Bartel, Robert Malicki, followed by, of course, Marshall Johnson, Colby Mice to top 10. 11th will find Kyle Milliken, 1 lap down. Everyone else a lap down or more, including Dave Nestor, Joey McKinney, Jason Anderson, Wayne Grassi, multiple ways in the back in triple digits laps downs. Joe Flanagan, James Torrey, Chris Custer came on the racetrack at lap number 2, exited the race, and Cody McKinney, the points leader, did not start. That's the end of the results here tonight from Lucas Oil, Indianapolis Raceway Park. One more look, though, at the Virginia811.com race summary. There it is. 3 total cautions. Caution laps total of 114, so that means there was 136 laps under green flag. 2 lead changes. When it's over, Richie McCoy wins. We're going to grab him next as we move into the Drive at Victory Fuel post-race. This is the Full Throttle Sim Racing Trucks Indianapolis in the books. iRacing on LSRTV. Stay with us. Quiet track now around Lucas Oil, Indianapolis Raceway Park. Round 9 of the Full Throttle Sim Racing Points Truck Series is in the books, and it's time for Victory Lane, presented by Victory Fuel. Of course, let's grab down the winner in the Victory Fuel, number 19. Third win this year, making a run towards the Season B title. Richie Coy, congratulations, man. I really don't know what to ask you. You got out in front, sheer domination. Had one guy you had to battle one time for a restart for the lead off of a pits on the first pit stop at the end of the stage break. You got back out in front again. Never looked back. Nobody contended. Congratulations. I guess you really like this track.
Yeah, I've always kind of liked this track. I like the sliding that we have to do on this track, but I think I've really picked up on the new changes that they've done to this truck. I think they really kind of suit my driving style, and it's been a lot of fun with the truck the last couple of weeks. But I was just here 2 weeks ago with our midget team, and we were out here with Bertrand Motorsports, and we took down a big midget win, our second one of at IRP with the midget. So I couldn't let Cody Swanson get all the kudos here at Lucas Oil. I had to do something to keep up with him.
I heard that. And then, of course, this is such an awesome racetrack. If you ever get a chance to go to it outside the real Indianapolis Motor Speedway, you need to put it in your bucket list for sure. So, man, I really don't, like I said, I don't know what to ask you. Congratulations before I let you go. Thank your sponsors. And, well, I do got one question, man, and you can segue into sponsors. But, man, this push, this drive, are you thinking championship in the Season B schedule?
I am, now that the points leader didn't make it tonight. I think he might have had storms in the area and had to drop out. So tonight's going to be a big points night, and so yeah, we might get another Fury Motorsports Championship in here. So hopefully, we're pushing for it now. But I got to thank first and foremost my team. They gave me a really great truck tonight. We went back and forth on which setups we were going to run. We had a couple setups to choose from, and we worked real hard in practice to come up with something, and we had a great qualifying setup. We had a great race setup, so thanks to the team for that. It was always Fury Motorsports with Brody and Tony. Shout out to Tony's mom and dad for watching. I already got a message from Tony's mom congratulating me, so thanks to them for watching. Thanks for Victory Fuel for being on board, and thanks to the FTSR Sim Racing Points for sponsoring the league, and LSRTV for broadcasting it. Thanks, guys.
There you go. Richie Coy picking up the win. Obviously, again, Victory Lane presented by and fueled by Victory Fuel. Remember to use hashtag FTSR, and you get 10% off on your checkout. And I think Richie Coy also has a personal code as well for, of course, drivevictory.com. Congratulations again, Richie Coy. Let's go to the man that finishes, obviously, in the second spot. Slightly dangerous. Bobby Terrell, you'll settle for second. Got kind of crazy there at the end with you and in the top 5 and some lap traffic, but you still held him off and got second. Good job.
Thanks, guys. Yeah, me and Brody and Joe, I think we were in the top 4 all night. So, yeah, good run. I can't complain. Had nothing for Richie. That's upsetting, but, it is what it is.
Yeah, about to say, man, definitely a strong run he had for sure, bud. Well, before we let you go, thank your sponsors, and always great catching up with you, seeing that awesome truck, bud. Second place.
Thanks a lot, guys. Yeah, I'd just like to thank FTSR for everything they do and giving us a place to race, and then you guys in the booth, and Wayne Grassy Racing for making a good setup.
Yeah, plural, guy in the booth. I wish I had partners. I'm calling this solo, but Charles is doing a fantastic job as always, obviously doing the production there. And, well, when it's all said and done, Mr. Bobby Terrell will put that 14 in second spot. Let's go down to the man for Full Throttle Sim Racing in the 23, Brody Hanna. All right, man, you'll settle for third on the podium. Your take of this race, obviously, sheer domination of Coy, but you had to do what you had to do to have a good, solid podium points finish. Good job.
Yeah, it's not bad considering the amount of races I've been able to make lately. Just to come in, and I do like this track. I have a lot of fun here. I had fun racing with Bobby and Joe there towards the end. Got a little hairy through I guess you guys saw that through lap traffic a little bit of contact. But apologize to Bobby about that, about running him over trying to get through there. But anyway, yeah, it was a lot of fun tonight. I had a good race with Bobby, with Joe, with Jamie up there. Yeah, just we're gonna tear the 19 down though this week, and we're gonna find out what the heck is going on with it and why me and Tony aren't running like that.
Well, I'll tell you what, man, what a great job, obviously, to have a podium finish. But, man, I got to say this. The season is flying by, literally down to the final 4 races of the B schedule.
Yeah, like I said, I've missed a lot of races recently for one reason or another. And just it's been really weird kind of being away from the track and not running the races, and when I can, just popping in. Last week wasn't a good run, so it was good to get a good run tonight finally. But yeah, the season's flying by. Unfortunately, our points leader tonight wasn't able to make it. I think he had a power outage or something going on, so it's going to shake up the points a little bit. It's going to be really interesting going to the next couple of races for sure. So looking for, unlike NASCAR, we actually race through the Olympic break, so we're gonna have a lot of racing going on the next couple weeks.
Yeah, it's sure going to be fun for sure, obviously. But by the way, first time ever, I think NASCAR has actually took off on the Olympic break too as well. I mean, I don't know what the hell they're going to do with the Cup race and not running for 3 weeks. So I think this is the last race until Indianapolis this weekend, and then they're running Richmond on August 11th. So they got 3 weeks off.
Yeah, we have at least 2 weeks of no NASCAR racing whatsoever. No Xfinity, no truck. It's going to be crazy. It's a gap we're going to have to fill, so I'm sure we'll be on track having some fun. If you guys looking for some racing, come check us out every Monday and Wednesday night.
Yes, sir, definitely, man. And I'll tell you what, also go out to your local short track as well. Dirt, pavement, drag racing, karting, it don't matter. Go out and support those local short track facilities as well. So, Brody, thanks, man. We appreciate it. And ladies and gentlemen, that's going to wrap up the Drive Victory Fuel post-race wrap-up with the podium drivers here tonight at Indianapolis Raceway Park, Lucas Oil Indy Raceway Park. Tonight, when it's all said and done, Richie Coy gets the win. Next week, we're at Auto Club Speedway, FTSR on Facebook, and, of course, Full Throttle Sim Racing League as well on the website. Of course, for Rocket Media, Charles Wooten, I'm Wesley Outland. Hopefully I'll have a partner next week. We'll do it again at Auto Club. Take care. Good night. Enjoy the rest of your week. Bye-bye.